This is where I enrich your learning by extending our lessons and teaching you all about English language. Hi everyone, Medea and Safi here, welcoming you to another video here on my YouTube channel, where I can teach you all about English language. And you, my friend, you have the best seat in the house for an up-close and personal experience. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to explain what pronouns are, along with some examples. Make sure you'll stick around till the end, because I'll also share with you some quizzes that can help you along this journey. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at personal pronouns and possessive pronouns, and we're going to do a short quiz on how to use them. Okay, let's look at personal pronouns first. Here, I have the subject and object pronouns, so there's two types when it comes to personal pronouns. Subject pronouns and object pronouns. So first, let's take a look at subject pronouns. We should use a subject pronoun when the pronoun acts as the subject of the sentence or a clause. So remember, the subject of a clause or a sentence is like a person or a thing that is doing the action that's happening in the sentence, and the subject is the person or thing that is doing that action. So they do the action. Then there is the object pronoun. We use the object pronoun when it's the object of the verb. Please remember, the object of a verb is a person or a thing that is receiving that action, or that action is being done on them or to them. So that means there's someone or something doing an action, which is the subject. And there's someone or something that's receiving the action, which is the object. Let's look at some examples. I, me, we, us, he, him, she, her, they, them, it. So when I is the subject, meaning it is the doer of the action, the object is me. We'll see these in example forms or in examples in just a minute. The subject pronoun for a group of people is we, and the object pronoun for a group of people, including me, is us. For a man or a singular man, the subject is he. Usually, the object pronoun is him. For a woman, the subject pronoun is she. The object pronoun is her. For a group of people that are not connected to us, the subject pronoun is they. But when it comes to the object pronoun, you should use them. The last two are you and its. You is the singular pronoun, or for a plural and a plural for many people. The subject pronoun is you, and the object pronoun for you as many people or single person is also you. It is the subject pronoun and also the object pronoun. So that means there's no change in you and it. You and it here are the same or remain the same. There is no change. So now let's try to use this in a quiz. So here are some sample sentences you can use for subject pronouns and object pronouns. And you can choose between the two options. So let's use the correct pronouns to finish these sentences. I or me gave she or her a present. He or she told I or me the story. You helped they or them with their math problem. She or her talked about it or it. So let's choose the correct pronoun to finish the sentences. The first one, I or me, gave he or him a pen. So here I have the verb gave that needs to match with the correct subject. I have I or me to choose from. I know that this is in the subject position because it is positioned before the verb and something is happening. There is a verb here, so I need my subject pronoun, which is I. I is the correct answer because I is the subject pronoun. So I gave somebody a present. Here I have she or her to choose from. Because this is following the verb, so that means somebody is receiving the action. That means it's the object of the verb. So my choices are she and her. Obviously, I need the object pronoun, so the answer is her, because it comes right after the verb. So I gave her a present. I or me gave she or her a present. I gave her a present. Let's look at the other one. He or him told I or me the story. So again, I have the subject at the beginning of the sentence. The verb told is in the middle. So we know that he is a subject pronoun, and thus it's the correct answer here. And right after that, I will need an object, I or me. I need an object. He told I or me the story. Here, someone is receiving the action. So he told someone the story. Some action is being done on I or me. So the object pronoun is me. And me would be your answer. He told me the story. All right, on to the next one. You helped they or them with their math problem. You helped they or them with the math problem. So again, subject starts the sentence. In this case, I have you, so I don't need to choose. It's already been chosen. The verb comes after the subject, and in this case, it is in the middle of the sentence. And I have they or them to choose from. Subject is you, and it's a subject pronoun. We don't have to choose in this case because you is the subject pronoun, and it also works as object pronoun. But in this case, it's a subject pronoun. Now let's look at the object, which usually comes after the verb or a preposition. In this case, my object comes after the verb, and my verb is helped. I have they or them. I helped they or them. So I'll choose them because them is an object pronoun. And it can come after the verb. So the correct sentence is, you helped them with their math problem. And now let's look at our last example here. She or her talked about it or its. Here I have she or her to choose from as the subject. How do I know? It's at the beginning of the sentence or before the verb. That's how I know that I need a subject or a subject pronoun. So here the subject pronoun is she. She is doing an action, and that is, in this case, talking. So I have she or her talked about it or it. So here I have she talked about it or it. I don't really have to choose here just because they both spelled IT. They both sound the same as well. but I choose the second one, just because the second one in our examples stand for object pronoun, even though they both look the same. So the final sentence is, she talked about it. All right, if you're still here, you're doing a great job. As you can see, we are done with the first part of the video, which was subject and object pronouns in personal form. We talked about personal pronouns and we divided them into subject and object personal forms, or personal pronouns. Let's continue to a different set of pronouns, which might be commonly related to the previous types of pronouns, or they can be commonly used together with these pronouns. They're called dependent and independent possessive pronouns. We are going to talk about possessive pronouns, and I'm going to divide them into dependent and independent possessive pronouns. So let's take a look at what it means. A dependent possessive pronoun needs to be used with a noun together with a noun. We often see this just before a noun, as you will see in our example sentences. An independent possessive plural pronoun does not need a noun. So an independent possessive pronoun, as the name suggests, takes the place of a noun and it adds possession to it. So it's the noun plus the ownership. You don't need to say what you own right after them. So let's take a look at what this means. Dependent and independent possessive pronouns. My, mine. Our, ours. His, his. Her, hers. Their, theirs. It's, its. Please remember there is no apostrophe in this version. So here are the dependent possessive pronouns that show that I possess or own something. So if I want to show that I own something, or I have something, or something is mine, I can say mine for a dependent possessive pronoun and mine for an independent possessive pronoun. And yes, there is a difference. If I want to talk about something that belongs to a group of people and I'm included in that group, I can say our for dependent pronoun, and I can use ours for independent pronoun. Whenever I say independent pronoun, that means there's no nouns after it. If I want to talk about something that belongs to a male, I can use his, or you can use the same word for independent pronoun as well, or independent possessive pronoun as well. So there's no change in this case. If I want to talk about something belonging to a female or a girl, or a lady or a person that identifies as female, I can use her for dependent possessive pronoun and her for independent possessive pronoun. For something belonging to a group of people that I'm not connected to or I'm not a part of, I can use their for dependent possessive pronoun, their. For independent possessive pronoun, theirs. Notice the pronunciation. There is EI in there, but we never really pronounce it. We always say their. Next, something belonging to you. If I want to use the dependent version, I can say you. I can say your. And to talk about independent pronoun, I can use yours. Finally, for both dependent and independent possessive pronouns, I can use its. So let's practice now using these and let's take a look at the differences between the two. That is my or mine bag. That bag is my or mine. Which phone is your or yours? I can't remember our or ours number. Let's take a look. This is my or mine bag. So how do I decide which one to choose here? So we know that independent pronouns come alone. That means they take the place of a noun and they add possession. So we see a noun here, bag. Bag is a noun. So we know that independent pronoun cannot be used here because I have a noun. I can't use the noun together with the independent pronoun just before the noun. So it has to be an independent pronoun. This is my bag. I could say this bag is mine. Just like our next example. Let's take a look. That bag is my or mine. Here we have to remember that the pronoun comes after the noun. Here, bag is the noun. I can see my, which comes before the noun. And I can see mine, that is an independent possessive pronoun that can come alone and without the noun. So it should be mine. And it's taking the place of the noun. And it implies possession. And that we're still talking about the bag. All right, let's move along to the next one. Which phone is your or yours? Which one is yours? Which one is your or yours? So this is very common to ask since we use our phones every day, and sometimes if we put them close to each other and if they don't have something personal like a cover or a phone case, we can sometimes mix them up. Not that it ever happened to me. So we can sometimes mix up which phone is ours. There you go. I just used a possessive pronoun in my sentence. Which phone is ours? So now let's take a look if you can find the answer to this question. Which phone is your or yours? This sentence is an asking sentence or a question. So again, there is nothing that comes after these two options, meaning there is no noun that comes after these two pronouns. Which phone is yours? So yours is an independent possessive pronoun. It shows possession and there is no noun following it. That means I don't have anything that comes before it. Instead, it's following it. Don't forget the sound S as well. Okay, one more example. I can't remember our or ours number. So here, my noun is number. And pronoun comes before the noun. So I know it should be the dependent pronoun, which is our. There you go. I did it again. I used our pronoun and I said our pronoun and I used a possessive pronoun. Okay, so this was a quick introduction to pronouns, whether it's subject, object, dependent pronoun, independent pronoun, personal or possessive pronoun. Please keep in mind that in terms of meaning, there's no such big difference. It's up to you to decide if you prefer to use a dependent or independent one. So I hope this is helpful for you guys in figuring out which one to choose or which pronoun to choose. I know there are a lot of pronouns and there's a lot of good things you can do to practice these as well. One of the most important things for you to do is to read and try to make your own sentences. Alright everyone, I hope you really enjoyed today's video. I tried my best to explain the pronouns as much as I could so it's clear for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to practice making your own sentences with this grammar point, please feel free to do so in the comment section down below. Of course, if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. And it implies position, and that we are still talking about the bed. So I hope this is helpful. So I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I can definitely make it part 2. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please leave a comment down below. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, I see you guys later.